Well, welcome fellow travelers, your traveling buddy here, coming today from Lansing, Michigan. And I'm out here by Myers. There's Myers right here. But I'm not here for Myers. Across the street here is the oldest cemetery here in Lansing. It's called North Cemetery. And it's right there across the street from Myers. Right there. So I figured we'd go and explore the oldest cemetery in Lansing, Michigan. So travel with me, will you? Like I said, this is right across the street. You go right up this hill. Right there's the sign. It says North Cemetery. And you can already see some of the old tombstones up there. Okay, here we are. This is a small cemetery. Over here, find a place to park. And you see we're right up in all the other buildings and all that. I tell you, this is the oldest cemetery here in Lansing. It even butts up against some neighborhoods right there. You see some houses right there. Alright, this is good enough. Don't want to pull off into the grass, but alright, let's go explore this, because I know the front ones are the oldest graves over here. So let me give you a little history of this cemetery. This is on the corner of Miller and Pennsylvania here in Lansing. The North Cemetery is located in Lansing, Michigan. There's 3 municipal cemeteries. North Cemetery is considered the oldest of the 3. This is right up the century was taken from Lansing Municipal Cemeteries. Dated 2003. The main entrance is on the corner of Miller and Pennsylvania in 1960. The city of Lansing, through the extension, became the maintenance guardians of the North Delhi Cemetery. The cemetery was renamed North Cemetery and is now composed of 3.24 acres. Records show that on May 17, 1852, a purchase price of $55 was paid by the Delhi Township Board to Joshua North for the original tract of land. The older part of the cemetery was plotted, but apparently uses and limited to members of the North family and close friends. Unfortunately, no records exist as to where individual burials were made. This part of the cemetery is located at the south end of the grounds and faces North Miller Road. Today, the only burial permitted are those persons who already have acquired burial rights, privileges through inheritances or transfers of ownership. There are no grave sites available for sale to the public. Delhi Township did not have a persuasive care fund, so the city of Lansing assumed the entire cost of the maintenance. The first burial at annexion occurred on January 23rd, 1961. So, yeah, see, that's the oldest cemetery. And they're not burying anybody else out here except for family members and all that. So you can't buy a plot in here. Now most of these look like newer ones, newer gravestones. I mean, he died in 2016 right there. So I mean, some people are still being buried out here, but like I said, only family members or people inherited actually plots, families. But the oldest ones are right up there. So that's where I'm gonna head to. I have been to Mount Hope Cemetery, which is the biggest, one of the biggest ones here in Lansing, and where actual Lansing family members are buried at. Now, the way I understand that, when that land was donated by a farmer, and a lot of graves were moved there. Now, I don't know where that cemetery used to be, where they moved those bodies from. But yeah, that's why that's not the oldest cemetery. I'm gonna get this done here soon because look, looks like it's about to rain. Getting some dark clouds over there. Oh, look at this. Somebody's knocked one over. See, that's ridiculous when people do that. There's a couple of them knocked over. Look at this. You know somebody did that on purpose. There's no way that fell off by itself. Hopefully somebody comes and puts it back up. Can't even read who's buried there. But here's one here, mother and a wife of D.H. Epley, 1858 to 1913. Right there. Right here. Two infants of K and J M Keller are buried right here. They're buried in the same plot. And John M. Keller, 1863 to 1916. Kate, wife of J. M. Keller, 1870 to 1906. And they got a big monument up there. See, some of these are even older up here. Fred W. Keller, 1878 to 1928. There's one that sunk in. Elite M. Piper, born 1874, died in 1901. Piper Marshall L.M. 1828 to 1918, 1835 to 1915.
This one old. Almost can't even read it.
That's in the actual ground. It's so overgrown, can't even really read it. Shows how long they've been here. I think they said there's some there that aren't even have tombstones, you know. So this one here is old. I see, you really can't read those. Those are the real old ones. Those are, and what do you call it? I can't remember what kind of stone that is, but it's worn pretty good. Can't even really read it. Here's a big one right here. This one here Homer Cornwell died January 1st, 1876. Age 76 years old. I can't really read what that says. Piercing in Lansing something. There's like a little poem down here. This one here is all broken up. Here's one that's growing right into the tree. Look at this. Trying not to. Hope I'm not stepping on somebody's extra grave, but this one's growing right into the tree. Stella. What is it? So I think it's a wife, no, daughter of W.A. Thomas. Died April 27th, 1876, age 13. She was only 13 years old when she died. Wow. Now the way the stone is her grave underneath this, or is it over that way? That's interesting. "13 years old." Probably planted this tree along with her, when she died. And the grove looks like this one's been replaced. This is like newer grove. George E. 1859 to 1937. Ella May 1872 to 1905. It looks like maybe the family put a new stone. That looks like the newer style. Another one embedded in the ground. Actual stone. So you can't really read. There's one right there. Look, that one's so broken. Right there. There's one. Mary, wife of M. Dunlap, died January 2nd, 1886. Age 50 years old. Yeah, she was 50. I think that's what it says, 50. What's this on this one? It's like a little water bowl. Like a dog bowl. Water. Mary. Turn around backwards. Mary Levalian Pratt. Died in 1937. Donald G. Pratt. 1970. Huh. My cousin's husband's last name is Pratt. They could be relatives of his. There's one right up in the weeds here. David Fly Pratt. Can't read when he died. Yeah, he's right up in these weeds, in these trees. Here we go, some more Pratts. Sarah D. Pratt, wife of Joseph, born May 22nd, 1814. Died November 24th, 1877. And then Joseph is over here, Joseph Pratt, born December 21st, 1809. Died October 25th, 1882. So he looked like he lived to be bright old. They both lived bright old age. We got one. This is children of Mr. and Mrs. H.W. Buck. That's slid off from the little base. That could have been from the winter. I don't think somebody did that. Because it's on like a hill. The way we get ice around here during the winter, snow. Probably slid that a little bit. Here's the people that this is named after. John Calvin North, 1820 to 1879. So this is the North Cemetery, so right there. And then there's one in the ground. Yeah, I think I showed that one. Not sure. This one's kind of broken off. The top is gone. You really can't read it. And there's probably not records of who's buried where. They're so old. That's probably why they didn't replace the stones. Except for family. There's one here. T. Mitchell. 1857 to 1889. Well, he wasn't that old either. He was born in 1857 and he died in 1889. Probably in his mid 20s to 30s. One of these big monuments here. Moses M. Wimbler, June 28th, 1825 to August 17th, 1889. Eva, wife of M. Himsberg, February 9th, 1817 to June 14th, 1889. I'm hoping I'm saying that right, Himberger. It looks like they've been repairing it a little bit. They put the stones underneath there. Right here's mother and father. It says. Here we got some more Kellers. Fred W. Keller, 1874 to 1874 to 1874. So that's kind of unless he died at birth. 1874 to 1874. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's got to be what it is. He probably died at birth. Fred W. Keller. Who was a wife of Jacob Keller, 1838 to 1916. Some of these I think I showed earlier. But I just didn't miss that one. Must have died at birth. There's another one that's been knocked off its base. So that's got to be somebody who did that. Messing around in the cemetery. Can't see that falling off, big old stone like that falling off by itself. And there's some real old ones. I see this one's been probably kicked over. Can't even read those ones. Those are really old. Mother Emily D. 1816 to 1852. Sister Lucy A. 1847 to 1850. Oh, look at the caterpillar. The white caterpillar on that tombstone. And then Father Zamlin L. 1811 to 1895. It's a rock. I thought that was a grave. Well, this is interesting. It's one of those torch things. So somebody's been out here possibly doing drugs out here in this cemetery. As far as the ones that probably kicked over these tombstones. Go, we got Russell Headstones, died, can't really read that, age 28 it looks like, died 1848, died in age 1848, age 28 years old. And it looks like 11, I don't know, I can't really read that. There's like a little poem too. And he was a veteran. So there's a flag right there. I like the weeping willow on there. Another one with the weeping willow. Thomas S. North. Died January 16th, 1850. Age 80. Can't read the rest of it. Looks like it used to sit on this. Here's another one. Joseph E. North. See, this is the North family. Died 1851, age 37 years old. This one's been broken up here. And the actual stone is right over here. I can't really read that one. I think he died, he was born in 1817. Died, I can't really read where he died. I can read his name a little bit. C.O.W. Chapel. This is another name around here that's well known. Philip B. Eugene Price. Price is a well-known name around here. 1863 to 1888. A lot of these are older, but these ones here, like this one, Annabelle Palmater, 1880 to 1973. She lived to be quite old. The one next to it, the mother, died in 1891. Elizabeth E. Finch Hawkins. Can't really read the name, but died in 1965 to 1967. So some of these up here, I was surprised to see the kind of newer ones. So this one here, Joseph Blank, May 16th, 1897, died November 20th, 1968. There's some more that's been knocked over. There's one in the ground right there. Another one in a tree right there. It's actually up in the tree. You wonder if there's any graves down there with no tombstones, or if they're actually buried. They're actually stone. Because look at this one here. It's buried right in the ground. You can't really read it. I always pass by this cemetery all the time. I mean, I grew up not too far from here. Used to ride my bike right past this cemetery. Never thought about it being the oldest here in Lansing. You got a lot of them that's right in the ground. You can't really read them. 1990, they're, of course, people with their garbage. Why people? Why do you gotta do stuff like that? You know. That's why I also say why I don't want to be buried when I die. Because you can't rest in peace. People's always got to come out to be destructive. I mean, this one says park. That one's like leaning right down. But yeah, I mean, you can't even rest in peace. Because you got to get some moron come out here and destroy everything. Destroy your gravesite. It drives me nuts. That's why I don't want to be buried. I don't want to be cremated and scatter my ashes. You know, that way I'm still traveling. Look at that, look at it, right in the ground right there. Now some of these probably weren't knocked over by some moron. Some of these were probably through time fell over. You know, but like this, there's no way weather did that. Some moron came out here and knocked that over. And that's Miller. That's Miller Road right there. That's probably the family that road's named after. Philip P. Miller, 1821 to August 19th, 1903. Catherine, his wife, September 19th, 1825 to February 18th, 1916. See, that's why I say, when you come out this, you know, I don't mind coming out these cemeteries, but I'm respectful. I'm going to respect these people's grave sites. I'm not going to destroy anything. I'm not going to litter out here. You know, when you come out to a cemetery, be respectful. You know, these people didn't do anything to you. Why are you doing stuff to them? Here's one. It's one of those cast iron ones right there. It's right in the weeds. Can't really read the name. Let's see. Luther. Look at the hands. Right in the weeds, and there's like a bunch of graves around. It's hard to keep your eyes open because there's one right there. Trying not to walk on somebody's grave, but it's hard when they're embedded in the ground. Like this one. This one's been knocked over. Oh, this one's Everett, and I went to Everett High School. And right up the road here is a famous house of the Everett family. It's right up the road here. Here we go. This one's a Mason. John F. Everett, born February 21st, 1835. Died August 7th, 1859. There's another one. Obviously some moron came out here and knocked it over. Look at that. This one's broken by age. See, these ones are really old. Another name I know around here, Hilliard. I know that name around here. There's some people I know last name Hilliard. There's another Everett right there. So I went to Everett High School. And it's spelled just like that. Minnie H. 1864 to 1936. Charles E. 1863 to 1938. What's that? There's a Myers right across the street. There's a Meyer bag, probably blew in here. Either that or some more. I'm gonna pick it up. This one's an unusual name. Skin. Joseph, August 22nd, 1840 to 1921. Jan, 1855 to 1927. Skin, that's kind of an unusual name. Imagine when they first built this cemetery, all that was probably not even here. It's probably all woods and all that. The stuff that makes me sick. Obviously somebody coming through here just drop their stuff out here. You know. Look at it, somebody's even had a fire out here. Either that or that caught fire. But there's like cigarette packages right here. So I got that, picked up that bag. I always pick up the garbage around here out of respect. You know, just clean it up a little bit. Do my part. This is like a Slurpee cup over here. There's even a spoon right here. Probably somebody using it to smoke crack or something. Right here by these old graves. Come on, people. Trash can right here, so some garbage, throw it right in. You know, where it belongs. Not out here by these graves. Alright, my fellow travelers, that's going to be about it here for the tour around the North Cemetery, the oldest cemetery in Lansing. I hope you enjoyed that, you know. Got to see a lot of the good graves, the oldest graves out there. So there's many more out there, but I wasn't going to go walking around all those. The oldest ones are the ones I was concentrating on. It says right here in Lansing, right across the street from Myers, and it's on the corner of Miller and Pennsylvania. But if you come out here, be respectful. You don't come out here and trash their grave sites and all that. Be respectful. Just come out here and just walk around and read the tombstones like I did. Be respectful. It just drives me nuts when I come into these cemeteries and see, you know, it all trashed. Obviously it looked like somebody was out there smoking crack or something out here and just left their stuff. It's ridiculous. And if they keep smoking crack, I'll be in a place like this soon enough as it is. You know, maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to put themselves there. I don't know. But it just drives me nuts when I come out and see it just trashed and people graffitiing on people's tombstones. That's why I don't want to be buried. I want to be cremated and have my ashes scattered. That way, I'm still the traveling buddy. I'm traveling the world. My ashes is blowing in the wind. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Share me out. Share me out on all your social media. Tell me your family, tell your friends about me. You know, I have good content. Hiking and everything else. History. So I'm trying to get this channel to grow. So I can get out on the road and do it full time. So, until next time, my fellow travelers. I'll see you around the mitten.